came to write the book because of two significant trends which I've noticed in the past 10 years. The first is what's technically known as disintermediation, and it's that process by which businesses are now starting to remove the intermediaries in the transactional process between themselves and the customers. So if you think about the music business, for example, the massive changes that we've seen there, or even within the travel industry, where we used to have a travel agent, but now increasingly we make our own travel arrangements. But it isn't just in business, we see this in the social space. We now produce as much as we consume, and we publish photographs or blogs, or we're tweeting. And what's driving all this, it seems to me, is that we want to be more in control of our own lives. And in order to do that, we need to be more open. And the second significant trend is a rapid rise in levels of disengagement by employees and students. Some people have described this as an epidemic. Fewer than 1 in 3 employees or students would describe themselves as engaged in their work or in their studies. And this is obviously proving a real headache for business leaders and for school leaders. So the challenge really, it seems to me, within those two significant trends is how do businesses better engage their employees? How do they engage directly with customers now because of disintermediation? And how do schools and colleges better engage the students? Because for the first time now we don't need schools and colleges. They're not the only places where we learn. So for me, the answer to it lies in learning. And if you think about the simple definition of learning, is it's simply the exchange of information or knowledge between one person and another. So the book's argument is that we need to make learning in our formal places, in work and in education, as immediate and as compelling and exciting as it is. People get very excited when they talk about the open revolution, and they talk about it in terms of the technology. Well, the technology is exciting, but it's really not for me about the technology. What's driving this is the values and behaviours which we're rediscovering. It's not, when we talk about social media, it's not the media. For me, it's about the social. So I analysed the characteristics of really great learning environments, and I found 4 values which are really driving engagement in the social space. The phrase I use in the book is "the world's gone soft." And I use SOFT as an acronym: share, open, free. A lot of successful business leaders and education leaders who are really taking more innovative approaches to the challenges which the open revolution is presenting. And I found that the values and strategies that they had were remarkably similar. Their businesses and their colleges or schools are going open, and they're developing for businesses and schools and colleges is that they're going to need to go open if they want to remain relevant and survive. So I end the book with a ton of advice on how to do that. Now, I had a professional reason for writing the book, which is that my day job is to work with organisations to better engage their employees or to enhance student engagement in learning, which is that in the past 10 years I've had 2 potentially fatal health conditions. About 10 years ago I discovered I had a congenital heart defect, and about 4 years ago I was diagnosed with cancer. Now, I've successfully survived both of those conditions largely through the help and advice of people that I found on health forums, who were very happy to share their own life histories and their own strategies for dealing with these conditions. So it seems to me that going open isn't just good for business and good for learning, it saves lives too.